The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
There was a man that he had a business, regular, and on the side, he used to be a tzedakah collector. Not a collector, he was a middleman. He would hear different needs, he would hear different families that needed things, and he would arrange for help for them. And every Yom Tif, as Sukkot came along, as Pesach came along, as the new school year come along, at every event, people would call him and tell him, I need money for food, I need money for clothing. And he would take down the person's name and he would call different people and he would explain to them the stories and he would try to get the money to people in need. And each year, more and more people would call him. One year, a few days before Pesach, he already was wrapping up, giving away all his funds, and he got a call. And there was a man on the other end, a man almost uncontrollable, and the man said, I heard you can help, you have to help me. I have nothing. There is no food. There is no clothing. There is no matzahs. There is no wine. Pesach's not happening this year. And you could hear his wife sobbing in the background. He said, we don't even have diapers for our newborn baby. We have nothing. Please, is there anything you can do? So the man heard and he said, I'm going to try my best. I can't promise. It's a few days before Yom Tif, but I'm going to try my best. He hung up the phone and he started making phone calls. He went back to all the people he called and he started sending some emails and he's sending out to all his contacts. Someone could help. Short while later, he receives a phone call. A woman calls and says, I heard of this cause. I heard of this family in dire need. Baruch Hashem, I have ample means. I want to take on the whole cause. I want you to call the family, get me a list of everything they need. Matzah, wine, food, clothing, shoes for the kids, the diapers, everything. Get me a list. I'm going to give it all. Man was blown away. Wow, beautiful. Says, thank you so much. I can't wait to tell them. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And before he hangs up the phone, the woman says, can I make one request? He said, sure. The woman said, I've been married for many years and I don't have children. Can you ask this family if they'll daven for me? Tell them I'm willing to give them everything. I'm going to buy it all. I'm going to deliver it all to them. All I'm asking is they daven for me. He said, of course. He takes down her name and he says, I'll call you back. He calls up the family and the husband answers the phone and he says, I have wonderful news for you. And he starts telling them that a woman called and she's going to give everything. And he couldn't control himself. And he said, write down a list of every single thing you need. How much matzah, how much wine, how much food, how much meat, how much chicken, how many diapers, what size clothing your children are. Everything. Give me an entire itemized list. And this woman is going to pick up everything. The man is blown away. He says, okay, I'm going to put together a list. I'll call you back. He says, great, just one request. Of course. So the woman asked, she has no children. She's been married for many years. The doctors basically have given up hope. Can you and your family please daven for her? Of course, what's the question? Anything. She's literally giving us life. We wouldn't have Yom Tif without her. And he gives her name and he sends back the list. And this woman goes running the whole few days before Yom Tif. And Erev Yom Tif delivers everything. Everything comes, everything, the food, the clothing, the wine, the matzahs, the diapers, everything. This man is blown away. He goes into Yom Tif and basically forgets about the story. About a year later, again, this collector, this middleman is again doing his thing. He's collecting. He's getting calls from different families, and he gets a call. The man says, I don't know if you remember me. Last year, I called you. It's the same situation. And he starts telling him, we have no money and we have no food. We don't have any wine. We don't have any matzahs. We have no clothing for the children. And he says, we have no diapers for the baby still. And the man says, last year with miracles, you helped us. This year, please, is there anything you can do for us? The man said, just like he told him the previous year, I'm going to try. I'll pull out a call to my contacts. Again, it's late. Again, it's close to Yom Tif. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try to do whatever I can do. And he hangs up the phone. He starts making phone calls. All his contacts again. Is there anything anyone can help? And then he remembers, wait, remember that woman? Wow, maybe I could call her. And he starts rummaging through all his phone numbers, all his lists, anything. Do I have her numbers? Do I have her contact? He finds her contact. He immediately dials her. As the phone's ringing, he remembers, wait, whatever happened to that story? Remember, he starts recalling how the woman called and gave everything and just asked for one request, that she also was needy. She was needy. She didn't have a child. And she made one request. Can they daven for me? And in his brain is just thinking, whatever happened to her? And his thoughts are interrupted by a woman who answers the phone. And the woman says, hi, this is who's calling? And he says, hi, this is Mr. So-and-so. Is for you? And he says her name. And she says, no, I'm sorry. That's not me. That's my sister. I'm sorry. My sister can't come to the phone right now. So he's about to hang up and he hears in the background, it sounds like beeping. It sounds like this commotion. And he decides he's going to go out on a limb. He says, I'm sorry, can I ask you a personal question? The sister says, sure. Are you in a hospital by any chance? Is your sister in a hospital by any chance? And she says, and immediately you hear the joy in her voice. Yes, my sister just gave birth to a baby girl. She hasn't had children for so many years. And I'm here with her. She just gave birth with a baby girl. He says, Mazel Tov. And he hangs up the phone. And this collector starts crying and he can't believe what he just witnessed. He literally just witnessed our pasuk of Biglal Hadavar Hazeh, you get the bracha. Because you give to someone else, Hashem gives back to you. The Chas Hashem. Hashem has rachmanis on you because you filled someone else's void.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org